Morning.
Good morning.
Seems like we're the only ones here.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holding me up. I got to get on the road.
This is crazy. Live for YouTube.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still Zooming. I'll call you when I'm on the road. Oh, okay, here we go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you gentlemen doing?
Well, I'm
I'm doing
fine.
fine.
I'm in kind of a tight. I've got to be in Grand Rapids, and so I signed on early so I could hopefully get in and get out.
Well, okay. What are you trying to get in and get out on?
There is an arraignment on a Trey Bradford.
You're the attorney on You're the attorney on it?
Yes, sir. My name is W. Otis Culpepper.
Thank you, Mr. Culpepper. And what was the name again? That last name?
Bradford, Bradford. Mr. Bradford is on your screen.
Okay. We're not doing how you want us to arraign Mr. Bradford on through Zoom? We're not doing it like that.
Oh, how is it? That's what I was told, that it was Zoom.
It was Zoom, but he would have to. Does he have a warrant for his arrest?
They told us that there was. I have the paperwork from 36th District to that effect.
Right. What's the charge?
Hold on 1 second, Your Honor. Let me pull up the exact thing.
Take your time. If it's an open matter, he would have to surrender himself to DDC.
Well, that's not what we're told.
Okay, who told you that?
Well, I mean, we got documents in the mail. Hold on, I'm trying to make it big so I can see it. There we go.
Okay.
This is from your court, State of Michigan versus. It says Zoom hearing, courtroom 134 for the purpose of arraignment, Wednesday the 26th at 10:30 a.m. And Zoom hearing is highlighted.
Okay. Mr. Culpepper, I'm not too sure what information was sent to you. Madam Clerk should be in the courtroom by 10:30. They're still prepping files. We'll have them looking to Mr. Bradford's case, and we'll take it from there and see what we can do. So we should have an answer for you in the next 10 minutes.
All right, if I can indulge, if the court would indulge me, though,
Yes, sir.
I do have to leave here shortly. That's why I'm here early to be
okay. We can't. I appreciate that. Well, we can't handle it early until we get the file, and they're still prepping the files. So we don't. I would start early. I would start right now if I had anything to start with, but I don't.
I appreciate it. I've only done this 48 years. I got it.
Okay. All right, Mr. Culpepper, I appreciate your patience. You'll be the first person that I address as soon as the files get here. We'll have Madam Clerk look into it, and as soon as she gets in here, we'll open the screen back up and we'll see if we can figure it out.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. We'll speak with you in just one moment, sir.
I'm glad you sent me that, man. That helped.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
If you're gonna say stuff like crazy or man or this, put it on mute and call me on your phone. Is that you, Elmo?
What's up, Doc? What you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm being held back. I got to be in Grand Rapids.
For court?
And I think his name is Benson.
Oh, geez.
It's all right. I got a great prosecutor up there, Mickey Sheehan.
State court, I take it?
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be saying great nothing if it was feds.
Yeah, I know. That's why I caught on.
Well, at least that Bell guy is gone.
He was terrible. He was horrible.
He was a brute, you know.
Exactly.
How you feeling? You good?
Yeah, good, buddy. Hanging in there. Moving along.
Can't go to Florida now.
No, shut down. I went there. I went in the summertime. It wasn't bad though. The flight wasn't full and had my mask and gloves on.
Yeah, well, I kept a mask and glove on for 10 hours going, back and forth to Alaska. 10 hours each way.
Wow.
Even,
that's a long trip.
Well, up front, they only gave you there was only one per side.
Yes, that's nice. That's perfect.
But I guess the trade-off is that they don't give you anything to eat.
Yeah, I know.
Those little
they give you a little lunch bag with a bottle of water in it.
Yeah, crappy little snacks. So
yeah, that's a long trip to be hungry.
Well, no, my second trip I learned. I stopped at Subways before I got on.
Exactly.
On the way back, I had time enough to go to the Sky Club. So
that's sweet. That helps out.
A little bit better.
Are you going back there soon or no?
No, man. I just called up yesterday. The salmon running. The salmon are going inland. Heading in, and I don't really like them once they start getting ready to spawn.
Oh, gotcha.
They start to get the hump in their back and the hook in their nose.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat them then. Besides, I got a bunch of bright salmon.
So you got a lot left.
Yeah. I saw our boy maybe a week and a half ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. He said he was glad that I got the case.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He said, if anyone gets it, I hope it's Otis.
Yeah.
I said, well, when I talked to Major, he told me he was going with, I was the third one there. And he told me that his mentor is one of your closest friends, and his mentor is one guy that he relies heavily on.
Yeah.
And he was going to roll with you.
Here's the cute thing. Fish how much did you get?
I was waiting for that one.
And he's loaded, I got an adequate fee, Fish. I don't charge like you do.
Right. Exactly.
He said,
because you already know how much his mind was running when they called.
we're on here with a lot of other people, so I just said it was adequate, Fish.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah.
He was dying to know.
I know. All of them were. and in fact, I had an exam yesterday and the day before. Some little guy, I don't know his name. He wears a little straw hat all the time, like yours, like the ones you wear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was. I see you're on the case with my good friend Jeff Collins. So Jeff didn't make it.
He didn't make the cut.
He said, well, why did Jeff leave? Jeff didn't leave.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking. Tank. They call him Craig Tank, the short guy.
He's not short. He's just regular. He's average height,
Yeah.
But he's just a little bit short of stupid.
Yeah.
Me and he and Dave Cripps had the case. And, it's one of those, you ever shoot pool?
Yep. I used to have my own pool table.
Yeah, when there's balls sitting on the edge.
Right at the edge.
And people that just cannot resist knocking them in, they just can't leave them for later.
Yeah.
That's the kind of cat he is.
Yeah.
And in doing so, he almost cost us the case.
Oh my God.
You know, and that girl, Leslie Cooper,
Uh-huh.
she couldn't believe herself. Giles threw out a 3 defendant murder.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was just flabbergasted.
And that was your case?
Yeah. And then, oh boy gets me outside the courtroom like, oh, great, Otis, great. I said, the next time I tell you to sit down and shut up, sit down and shut up.
Exactly.
Jeez,
Oh my God, that'd have been horrible.
it was horrible. My client hadn't been mentioned, and he gets up and cross-examines and throws him in.
Oh my God, you're ready to clobber the dude.
In her closing argument, the judge says, well, I've got this and I've this and I've got that. And then she says, yes, but on cross-examination, Mr. Hampton's lawyer elicited this from the witness.
Oh gosh.
But she made a horrible Giles mistake. Never argue with him when he looks like he's going, because then he just pushes harder.
Yeah, he gets really mad. He gets pissed.
So that was magic. So we got Clara tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll see.
That's a good case.
I like it.
Yeah, that's a good case.
Little prosecutor asked me, well, what are you really looking for? I said, well, anything begins with dismissal of a felony firearm. He said, I can't do that. I said, well, I'll see you in front of 14 people, babe.
Yeah, who's the prosecutor?
Some kid named Hattie.
Oh, Hattie. Yeah, I got a case with him too.
Hattie, Middle Eastern name.
Yep, I got one with him too.
Nice kid.
He is. He's really nice. He used to do defense work at one time.
Because he kept saying, Mr. Culpepper, Mr. Culpepper. I'm like, hold up. You know, we're not in the courtroom. I'm Otis. I just want to be respectful. So you're making me feel old, son.
Oh God.
Did they an arraignment?
Yep. Just trying to get this Fishman's guy. You know, it's too much for him to come on here and do this.
From home?
Too much. He had the guy calls me, tells Fishman I'm not answering his calls. This is his guy.
So you are now Steve Fishman.
I'm now Steve Fishman for today. For today.
No, every day.
I take his calls. Like they call me an emergency. Call Steve Shard on his voicemail.
Well, when I saw him outside the office and we had our little chat, I was like, "But Steve, what about me?"
Yeah, exactly.
He said, I'm just too jammed up. I'm busy. So I tell you what, I got another buddy of mine that does this kind of law. Why don't we do the motion, do the memo, and all you got to do is sign and argue. Yeah, that's good. I'll change enough to make it look like me, and we'll go forward. So I got
too busy. Come on, it's the virus going around here.
I got to finish up a civil matter with the other lawyer. Then I'm just going to pay him to do the thing for me and get beat fish in front of Gert's Drain. I can't get a better person in front of Drain.
Drain's the best. Oh, he's the best.
I can't get a better lawyer in front of Drain than Fish. So.
Yeah, no way. He's fishing him.
I want to keep him, you know.
Yeah, definitely so.
But as soon as they can, I want to get on the road again, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Trinidad is shut down. Can't get in or out.
How long has this thing been going for?
So far, we're in our 6th month.
Wow.
Oh, my case or?
Yeah, your case.
Oh man, since 2014.
Wow, unbelievable.
Actually, since 1988.
Oh my God, this continued on.
88. I mean, that's when it first started, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just getting to the point. I just don't want to be stuck here.
No, I don't blame you. If you could go somewhere else, why wouldn't you?
Well, the only good thing is most of the places you want to go, you know, like South Africa is not good.
Right now it's bad.
Yeah, they're fifth in the United States in total deaths and stuff.
Oh my God. I could believe it too. Third world. Is that third world over there? Some places. Some places.
Yeah, some places, but some of the third world is better. I mean, like Tanzania, they got nothing happening.
Wow.
Trinidad has some of the lowest infection rates in the world.
That's beautiful.
That's the thing, though. That's why they do it, though. They won't let anybody in or out. Even born Trinidadians that are living in America can't go home.
Wow. My son, he's stuck in Israel. He's been there since November.
Wow.
Yeah. He was supposed to come back in April.
Hey, man,
They wouldn't let him leave.
I'll stop exchanging all of our personal business in front of this crew.
Yeah.
But come the weekend, man, we need to get together and sit down on my back porch. We got a couple more days of warm.
Yeah, I'd love to. Love to.
All right, I'll call you. I'll call you Friday or Saturday and see what it looks like.
Okay, you got it, buddy. Appreciate it.
You don't mind driving into town once or twice, do you?
Oh, I love it. I'm there every day.
All right.
Love it. Love it.
All
All right, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Good morning, Mr. Shard, Mr. Fall.
Morning.
This is Lockhart.
Morning. Good morning, Lockhart.
Good morning.
Barry, I'm glad to see you were successful logging in.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm going to put myself on mute and wait for Magistrate Claparet to, we got one in front of us, so sit there and look pretty for a while.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Fall, this is Steve Lockhart again. You're not muted, and that's fine. If you leave yourself unmuted, though, do not allow any background noise as best you can until your case is called.
Okay. I'm not, it doesn't
I
even
don't
show,
want you to
it
try to
doesn't
mute
show,
yourself and disconnect.
it doesn't show me where I can do mute, so that's why I didn't want to mess with it.
Then just leave it alone and stay as quiet as possible and listen until you're called.
All right, thank you very much.
You got it. This is Lockhart. Mr. Culpepper or Mr. Sharg, do you have any idea whether there's a problem connecting from the court's end?
Steve, I have no idea. I never had this problem yet before.
Yeah, because there's only 2 cases listed on this docket
Wow.
this morning. And I see we have 3 lawyers, so we'll just see what happened. I see Magistrate Klaparek's name up there, but I just don't see any connection with a court reporter.
I'm gonna try to
else.
text the lawyer in that courtroom and see what's going on.
I've spoken to the judge, and
Say again, Mr.
I
Culpepper?
spoke with him. He didn't have any files. He was waiting on the clerk, and he's holding me up from getting to Grand Rapids because I can't like run out on my client. This is extremely awkward. He said as soon as he comes back, he'll get me on. He wasn't even understanding that this was an arraignment. This should have been done at the Detroit Detention Center, and I had to explain to him that I got notice from the court. So.
Yeah, I had to go through a lot of changes to get this set up today without having to send my client to DDC. I went through Miss Davis in the clerk's office to get set up because my client had already been booked.
Well, I'm sure as a former magistrate, you know that all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others.
Yeah. I don't pull up that once in a while.
All right, well.
Mr. Culpepper, your client's better off with you, but if there's a problem, do you want to prep myself or Mr. Sharg to possibly stand in for you if your client has no
Yeah,
objection?
he has objections. I know this man.
Understood,
All right,
sir.
thanks a lot. All right.
If I was him, I wouldn't want anybody but you.
That's so sweet. You weren't that sweet to me when you were on the bench.
You know that. It's funny how the perspective changes.
All right. How about that?
By the way, to fellow attorneys, the docket for courtroom 143 shows a Mr. Bradford set for 10:30 and Mr. Fall set for 10:45. Those are the only 2 cases shown on the written docket for today for that courtroom.
Wow, I gotta check because they told me mine was at 10:30.
Steve, did you happen to go through the website to check to find your client?
I did. It said it was scheduled for today at 10:30 too. It said that.
Okay, I looked at the actual printed docket last night.
Uh-huh.
I had to go through about 5 pages, and my client was the very last case of 5 pages of cases. I will scroll through it for you if you want to give me your client's name, and I'll see what I can find for you.
His name's Andre Johnson, also known as Andrew Rutherford. I'm not sure which name he's under.
Andre Johnson or Andrew Rutherford?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go look through, see what I can find for you.
All right, thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Sir.
No, I put the,
First you, Bradford, Paul.
you did.
No, I'm about to do them right now.
Somebody else has counsel. I put appearance in one of. Okay, maybe so.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Judge. How are you this morning?
Well, thank you. How are y'all doing? Good morning, Mr. Lockhart. Mr. Lockhart, you have Berry Fall, is that correct?
That's correct, but Mr. Culpepper's in front of me and he's desperate to get to another venue.
I'm waiting to go.
Understood that. He's made that clear, so we're going to handle Mr. Culpepper's first. And I just wanted to make sure that you're on the
Judge,
right
if
one.
I may,
Yes.
Mr. Sharg, I just looked through 8 pages of dockets. There's plenty of Johnsons, but no Andre, and I found no Rutherfords.
Let me check with
Does
the
that
clerk.
make sense?
Number 8.
Andre Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, we have that gentleman. He's
Oh,
at the
great.
DDC.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll handle it. It's going to be a few moments, okay,
All right,
Counsel?
Judge. Can I switch over to a different conference real quick?
You can, absolutely. Do you want to give court officer your phone numbers for we'll call you when we're ready? Because we have a few matters at different divisions, and then when we get to DDC, we can call and let you know if that would work best for you.
Sure. That's fine. I'll just be real quick.
Okay, could you go ahead with your number to reach you at?
313-300-0214.
Okay, take your time, Counsel. We have a couple of arraignments here, then we got a couple of Division 3, and then we'll go to DDC where your gentleman's being held, and then as soon as we head there, we'll give you a call and give you a heads up.
All right. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the last one is at 11:05. It's at Hamtramck. I'm sorry. should have-
Okay, thanks. So,
I heard you just.
perfect. Yeah, we'll handle these, and then we'll go to Hamtramck first. Thanks for that reminder.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, you ready, sir?
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay, this is case 200599154, People State Admission versus Trey Marcus Bradford, also known as Trey Bradford. Counsel.
W. Otis Culpepper appearing on behalf of Mr. Bradford. We waive the formal reading and stand mute to the charges.
Thank you. Mr. Bradford, your name, sir?
Trey Bradford, Trey Marcus Bradford.
Okay, put the camera up to your face, Mr. Bradford. Thank you. Again, good morning to you. As to the arraignment, Counsel?
Again, Your Honor, we waive the formal reading and stand mute.
Thank you. The court will waive formal reading, enter plea of not guilty, schedule a probable cause conference September the 16th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. That will be held via Zoom, off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect, but that's your responsibility. Connect September 16th, Mr. Bradford, in front of Judge Giles, 8:30 a.m. Esteban.
Mr. Bradford was released on a bond by the Chief Judge of 36th District Court.
McConaughey.
Judge McConaughey. And he has complied in every way. And he came to me, we called in, my appearance is filed. He's a lifelong resident of the city of Detroit. He has no prior record and no criminal contact for this.
What was the bond posted, Counselor?
I'm pretty sure it was a personal.
Mr. Bradford, my understanding was it was a bond that was posted. Did you post where did your client? Mr. Bradford, did you post a bond to be released, sir? Was it 1,000 cash, or did you post a bond or released on personal?
I was released on.
What kind of a bond did they give you? Wasn't it $500?
It was 1,000, I believe.
Okay.
Well, I need to know, counsel, because I'm inclined to continue the bond, and if I can't continue it if I don't know what he posted.
1,000. He tells me $10,000, 10%.
Oh, so the number is good then. It's a good number. It's just the system.
I don't think it was 10,000, 10%. It wasn't 10,000, 10%.
And what was it then, Your Honor?
And it looks like 1,000.
Which is 10,000, 10%.
Was it 1,000, 10%?
No.
Okay. Okay, Okay, the court takes into consideration the information provided by counsel, the serious nature of this allegation, the information before the court, the bond that indicated by counsel that was posted. Mr. Bradford, during this bond, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that understood? Do I give an end date or out date on this? Out date, I guess, for the personal bond?
Let the phone here and then just head on.
Am I giving an out date, even though he
Yes,
posted?
I would say so.
Okay.
Yes.
So no weapons during this bond, is that clear, Mr. Bradford?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the bond will be continued as stated by counsel that was an interim bond that was allowed by Chief Judge McConicle in the amount of 10,000, 10%. Good luck, counsel. I hope you make it to your other court on time. Good luck, Mr. Bradford. Hope it works out well for you.
Thank you.
You can have a seat here for me on bench.
All right, you ready, Mr. Lockhart?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. And this is case number 200559994, People State of Michigan versus Barry Fall.
Judge, please the court, Steve Lockhart, P32090, retained counsel on behalf of Mr. Barry Fall. Mr. Fall, will you please state your name for the record? Mr. Fall, state
Your name, sir?
name for the record.
Oh, I'm sorry. Barry Fall.
Thank you, Mr. Fall, and good morning. As to the arraignment,
Judge, we waive formal reading, stand mute, wish to address bond when appropriate.
thank you, counsel. For a waive formal reading on her plea of not guilty, schedule a probable cause conference, Mr. Fall, that you must attend September the 16th, which is Wednesday. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King, which will be heard via Zoom, off-site streaming technology. It's your responsibility to connect on time, Mr. Fall. Not guilty is entered as to bond.
Judge, I've been in touch with the Attorney General's office that's prosecuting this case, Mr. Aronde Patterson. He, along with the officer in charge of this case, Trooper Pauly, have absolutely no objection to a personal bond. My client's never been in trouble before he's faced these charges.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Fall, these are very serious felony allegations. It's very important that you listen to the court and attend that hearing on time. And during this bond, Mr. Fall, you're absolutely not to go to any casinos. No casinos. Is that clear?
Yes,
Mr. Fall, thank you. Given the information provided by counsel, as well as the serious nature of these allegations, lack of criminal convictions or capious history, taking into consideration the current epidemic facing our nation, as well as the allegations set forth in the investigator's report, bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. Fall. Counsel, good luck. I hope it all works out well for you both. Anything further, Mr. Lockhart?
Judge, it's just good to see you guys. It's been too long. Is that Claudia's
Yes, it
shoulder I see in the corner of the picture?
That's all she allows is the shoulder to be on camera. Yep,
There she is. All right, you guys. Good to see you. Take care.
It's great to see you too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Mr. Fall, you can sign out. We'll talk later.
All right.
No, the one that's at top left?
No, the first guy.
Oh, Otis Culpepper? Yeah. So we have that one at Hamtramck. Is that the gentleman on the right?
They have not allowed us to interview him yet, but they said they were gonna try to call and see if we can still run it.
You want that? Good morning, gentleman with the mask on. Yes?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Detective Joe Guy with the Hamtramck Police Department. Alongside me is,
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Special Agent Louis Sherry. I'm with the DEA in Detroit.
we were having a problem with our dispatch room connecting to the 36th District Court via Zoom, so we had to do it on a cell phone here. We're at the station. We have Mr. Burrows here as well if he needs to talk to his attorney prior.
He does need to speak with this counsel prior. Do you have the information on how to connect to their Zoom? It's a different number than ours.
I don't have the information for that, but if you could be so kind to give me, please.
What if we take their information and try to call them?
What about if we get your information, can we contact you?
Sure, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been having a problem with the system here. We can't log into the 36th District Court for some reason. Number 360-134-0000 and have been unsuccessful.
Okay, so what's your Zoom so they can attempt to call you?
Okay, she's gonna get the number right now for down here. I know our court's Zoom upstairs, but for the station, Fada's gonna get it real quick.
And you were trying 360-134-0000?
Correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't know why that was not working.
Yeah.
Maybe after you speak with counsel, so go ahead.
It kept saying something about our network and
Right. So can we get your information so counsel can call you so she can interview, and then we can figure out how to connect to the court after that?
sure, I don't, she's gonna get the Zoom number for down here for our screen here real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see here.
And maybe a phone number too, in case she.
She says this call cannot be completed. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
How's it going? How about just a phone number, detective, so then she'll call you and you can work us out off the screen.
I think I called them. I think I can call them again.
Usually get through with different cords, but I'm gonna try to get our director real quick.
Officer, could you have Division 3 call us, tell them we're ready on this?
I'm gonna call them somebody.
Maybe I can. Hold on, so let me try to call him first. Let me try to see if I can reach him first. Do you have their number, counsel? Do you have their number?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's tough to even hear him.
Okay, this is, let me check with some of the guys' facilities, they're trying to get their Zoom to work, but we're not able to hear them very well, and I just need their Zoom number, I'll try calling them. We have to arrange it. The one that they're on downstairs.
Want me to go share the track?
It probably.
Busy. Would you mind calling him? It looks as it's busy.
Very sorry for this, Your Honor.
No worries, we'll figure it out.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Our guy that usually does this in the morning, he's off right now, so.
That's the good person to blame, the guy that's not there.
Yeah, many of our officers are not on the serious call right now, so we're.
That's
stuck
who I
here.
would do too. Okay. I'm gonna try this. We're gonna have everything going on here. Counsel Shard,
Yes, Your Honor.
Stephen, we're just gonna try to get DDC up on here as well to see if we can get your guy while we're in the middle of all this.
I appreciate it, Judge. No problem. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Thank you.
So this is on Andre Johnson, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see if we can get him to bring him out.
All right, thank you.
And thank you. Right. Well, that's them. That's Hamtramck on the right, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Okay. I'm sorry.
No, I think that's them. I think that's them. No, I think that's them. It might not be. Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's that? 2 minutes? Ooh, we have a lot going on. Okay. Detective on Burrows?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll handle that. He has not been interviewed by his attorney, but as soon as he gets interviewed, then we can handle that matter, okay?
Sure, we'll have him stand by here.
I think the council's trying to call you, so she can interview him.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir, I appreciate it. DDC?
Yes.
We have counsel on number 8, Andre Johnson. If you could bring out Andre Johnson, please. Thank you. And then we got Division 3 about to come in. Nice. Feels like informal hearings right now.
Yeah.
Mr. Shark, can I get your, I think you got an appearance in here, actually. Yep, never mind. You're good. Yep, he's got an appearance right on the top page. Yeah. Good morning. Your name, please? Mr. Johnson?
My name is Anthony, also known as Andre Johnson.
Thank you, and good morning, sir. You're here for case number 2005945, People State of Michigan versus Andre Johnson, also known as Andre Rutherford, Kevin Smith, Edmund Lavelle Sewell, Andre Carlos Key, Andre Samantsu Rutherford, Edmund Lavelle Sewell, Andre Carlos Rutherford, Keno Jose Love, Andrew Carlos Rutherford, Andre Mansu Rutherford. Counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Steve Shark on behalf of Andrew Rutherford. We'll waive the formal reading of the information of the warrant and stand mute.
Thank you, court. Waive formal reading of the information under plea of not guilty. Mr. Johnson, the court scheduling a probable cause conference. You must attend September the 16th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. That hearing will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. It's your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty is entered as to bond.
Yes, Your Honor. My client is not on probation or parole. He turned himself in voluntarily to the DDC once we found out there was a warrant for his arrest. He has not been in any trouble in years. Respectfully would ask if you could declare personal bond.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, this is a very serious felony allegation. The court takes into consideration the information provided by your attorney, lack of capious history the court's aware of, the current epidemic facing the nation. This is a very serious allegation, but non-assaultive. During this bond, Mr. Johnson, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Given the information placed on the record as well as stated by counsel and alleged investigators report, bond on this matter will be set in the amount $7,000 personal bond. Anything further, counsel?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your patience. Have a nice day and good luck.
You too. Great to see you. Thank you.
Great to see you too. Thank you. Go for it, brother. Yep. Go ahead. Yep. That's Hamtramck. Tell him. Is he here, right here?
Should be all right. Not. What? I'll let the phone pick it. Should be here.
All right. Counsel, which one are you on? 36 room 1B?
Judge, I'm trying to see if you can put us in a breakout room with Hamtramck so we can interview Hamtramck. Thank you.
Why is it not?
Let me do this.
It's not allowing me to, they're in a breakout room, but it's not allowing me to put you in one.
Let me do this, Your Honor. I'm gonna do something different. 360-4000.
DDC, thanks for your patience. I appreciate it. We got a few other things going on.
All right, Your Honor, I'm gonna try with my phone, so maybe that it can work this way better.
Okay, let me see. Breakout room 2.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
How's that work? Okay.
Perfect.
Wow. There we are. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on. All right. Your name? Good morning. Your name, sir?
Go ahead. Robert Turner.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. Good morning, sir. One moment.
Good morning.
Mr. Turner, you're here for case number 200553363, People State of Michigan versus Robert Turner. Counselor. Counselor? Nope, this is on Robert Turner from Division 3. No worries.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michelle, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Turner, my client waived formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands here.
Court will waive formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty. On your behalf, Mr. Turner, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend September the 16th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, 3rd Circuit, in front of Judge Archer. That will be held via Zoom, Mr. Turner. That's an off-site streaming technology. It's your responsibility to connect on time. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 41 years old. He's the father of 5. He's a lifetime resident of Detroit. He does a few jobs here and there due to his medical issues. He did get his PhD. I believe, Your Honor, his prior was 2019, and this incident is from 2016. She does have asthma and ulcers given the pandemic as well, and especially asking for her personal bond.
Thank you. Mr. Turner, this is a very serious felony allegation. It's important you listen to the court, and make sure and attend that Zoom hearing. The court takes into consideration the information provided by counsel, the serious non-assaultive nature allegation before the court. Court's unaware of any capious history or criminal convictions. Court takes into consideration your employment status as stated by counsel as it relates to the ability to post bond, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. Mr. Turner, the court statutorily obligates that bond in the amount 25% of your alleged arrearages, which allegedly total $6,036. Given the reasons placed on the record, bond will be set $1,509. That will be a personal bond. Mr. Turner, you're being released on a personal bond, sir. Make sure and attend that hearing date. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Have a blessed and wonderful day.
You too, Mr. Turner.
Was that 1,509?
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's see back there. More to come up.
Well,
You hear
we
everything
had
you
one
said?
more.
Personal bond for 1,500. You got court on the 16th. All right.
And we have one more for Mr. Morris.
Have a seat.
Division 3. Oh, thank you. Good morning. Your name, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Kenneth Allen Morris.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Here, thank you. You're here for case number 200575566, People State of Michigan versus Kenneth Allen Morris Jr.
Yes, sir.
Also known, sorry, Kenneth Allen Morris, also known as Kenneth Allen Morris, Kenneth Allen Morris Jr. Counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm just, if the court would allow me to grab co-counsel, we have to cover this matter.
Ready.
Counsel Reagan, you're finished interviewing? You're finished interviewing?
Yep.
So close the breakout room. I got you. Okay, so we're here on 200575666. People State Admission versus Kenneth Allen Morris.
Your Honor, may it please report, Supervisor 57156 on behalf of Mr. Morris. We waive formal reading stand mute. Mr. Morris has been advised.
Court waive formal reading and their plea of not guilty. Schedule 2 court dates. Mr. Morris, you must attend them both. Probable cause conference Friday, September the 4th. You have a right to a preliminary examination the following Thursday, September 10th. Both 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Those will both be heard via Zoom, Mr. Morris. You'll get information if you're able to make bond or release on how to connect, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty is entered as the bond.
That's the bond, Your Honor. Your Honor, my class 33 years of age, lifetime resident of Michigan, have a 10-year-old son. Looking like disabled, Your Honor. So just want to understand that these are very serious charges, but just in looking at the warrant on his face, Judge, part of, I think what the warrant says, that they were looking for a black male. And my client obviously wasn't arrested at the time, Judge. We think this might be a case of mistaken identity. I think he didn't have any state ID on him at the time, but the warrant also said that the weight of the person was 4 feet or 50 pounds or something of that nature, Judge. And I know the court is very knowledgeable about going through the warrants and reading the warrants prior to signing. Judge, the only thing that actually connects my client, it's my understanding, or maybe even connect him is a name. But in terms of description, I don't think my client fits the description of any of the person that was given for these alleged crimes. So I'm asking the court to take that into consideration when setting bond, Judge. So we're going to ask the court for a reasonable bond and understanding that my client may be a case of mistaken identity.
Okay. I appreciate the advocacy, and the court takes into consideration the serious nature of these allegations, the information presented to the court, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as these are very serious felony allegations. And the court notes that the concerns the court has in the investigator's report.
And just one more piece of information.
Your Honor.
My client is in Westland as a pending case. He's supposed to be in a treatment center. Get a charge out there where they gave him a personal bond.
What was the charge?
It was a fleeing and eluding, Judge, a driving reckless case, a fleeing and eluding. They gave him a personal bond with the tether, and they ordered him to go to the treatment center out there in 3225 Hillsdale. And he can't go to the treatment center because somehow this case came up, but they do have a tether for him, so that would, his whereabouts would be known. I'm asking the court, to consider that, Judge, in setting bond. He's treatment, trying to get to that treatment center. He suffers from a lot of ailments, Judge, dealing with his liver, anxiety, depression. So I'm asking the court, they gave him a personal bond and a tether out there. The court to consider something similar.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Is it regarding the case, Mr. Morris?
Yes, sir.
I really wouldn't want to say anything.
No, it's regarding my bond.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you that I had me and my fiance, I have a job at Conquer's Concrete, and she works at Happy's Pizza. She just paid $500 for me to get for my rent to be in my treatment center. I'm also for my reckless driving in Westland ordered for an alcohol and GPS tether, Your Honor. If I was granted this personal bond so I could please fight this case that is not me, I will definitely promise you that I will show up to court with no questions asked. I understand it's a serious crime, but if you look at my record, I'm not a violent person, and I never would ever do the nature of this crime.
Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Morris, thank you. And the court takes into consideration your employment status as stated as it relates to ability to post bond, the current epidemic facing the nation. The court's unaware of any capious history. The court does take into consideration the serious nature of these allegations as well as your multiple felony convictions. And the allegations in the investigator's report are concerning, and they lend towards the likelihood of conviction, which indicates that, amongst other things, allegedly at a time of a traffic stop, you allegedly were investigated by officers and proceeded to put the Jeep, the allegedly stolen Jeep, in reverse, smashing into the DPT scout car, fleeing the location of the traffic stop. It's alleged that both detectives at the stop were familiar with you from previous auto thefts and property crimes. It's alleged further that upon being taken in custody, officer was able to identify you as the one he pursued the time that you fled. So you were identified by detectives on more than one occasion, and that's concerning to the court. And the court takes that into consideration given the information that your counsel's presented to the court. During this bond, Mr. Morris, there's no use of alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance. You are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and absolutely no driving. Is that all understood?
Yes, Your Honor, it is. I am informed that I have to be on 2 tethers.
That's concerning. You're on so many tethers.
No, because they want alcohol and GPS.
Right.
He's charged with 3 counts, Judge. He has the carjacking, the receiving and concealing, and the police fleeing and moving. Now, I do understand there's just allegations. Now, count 2 and 3 seem to go toward the basis of what the write-up states. And again, there's still allegations. Now, count 1 is what I think that we're really kind of looking at. You know, I do understand that what the allegations are that my client was in a vehicle stop. Now, how he got that vehicle, Judge, is another story. We don't believe it was through any means or any illegal means. You know, and that's obviously going to be one of the things that we pursue, Judge. But count 2 and 3, you know, I do understand the court's position, but count 1 is, I think, where we're going to have the most fight.
Understood. And the court, having reviewed the investigator's report, has concerns regarding count 1, and it's a very serious felony, which includes a possibility of life offense, which is concerning to the court. Given your prior criminal convictions, the information, and if you cannot afford one, the court will appoint you one, Mr. Morris. Given the information alleged, your prior criminal history, the information placed on the record, bond on this matter is set in the amount $55,000 cash surety. You're welcome. Good luck, Mr. Morris.
So I'm no personal then, no.
No personal, Mr. Morris.
And when's my court date?
Your court date, you have 2 of them. Probable cause conference September the 4th, and your preliminary examination September the 10th. Both at 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer at 8:30. Good luck, sir. And then are you ready on Hamtramck? Yeah. DDC, I appreciate your patience. This should be the last matter. Then we can proceed with your individuals. Thank you. So this is on Burroughs. Good morning, sir. Your name, please. I'm sorry, could you speak up a little bit? I can't hear any audio. Are you guys on mute possibly? I cannot hear. There we go.
My name is Theodore Burroughs, sir.
Thank you, officer, and good morning, Mr. Burroughs. You're here for case number 200598834, People State of Michigan versus Theodore Milton Burroughs, identified in the complaint as defendant 2. Counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jessica Sharp on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Burroughs. My client waives formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands mute.
Court will waive formal reading of the information. Enter a plea of not guilty. Schedule 2 court dates, Mr. Burroughs. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference on Thursday, September the 3rd. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Tuesday, September the 8th, both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Both matters will be heard via Zoom. Mr. Burrows, that's an off-site streaming technology. If you're able to be released, it's your responsibility to connect on time, and you'll get information regarding how to connect from the officers, not guilty entered as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 51 years old, lived in Detroit his whole life. He is a high school grad, did complete some college. He also lives with his dad, who's 75 years old, who's helped take care of. He has high blood pressure, has a disability, and is on medication for it. Your Honor, he was employed, but now he's not, due to this, I believe, Your Honor. And he's got great community ties, great family ties, but I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond or non-assaulted charges, Your Honor, all those areas. Thank you.
Thank you. Is he on probation or parole?
I don't believe so. Mr. Burris, are you on probation or parole? No.
No, ma'am.
Thank,
No, Your Honor.
thank you, counsel. These are very serious allegations, Mr. Burrows. It's alleged, and the court takes into consideration your prior criminal felony conviction, the nature of these allegations, which are serious but non-assaultive, the information provided by counsel, the lack of employment as stated by counsel as relates to ability to post bond, the current epidemic facing the nation. Very concerning is the large amount of alleged illegal narcotics or drugs that you are allegedly in possession with, which includes over 6,994 grams of marijuana, over 14,300 grams of edible THC, over, it appears, approximately 16,000 grams THC infused powder, as well as 31 cartridges of THC, 213 marijuana cigarettes pre-rolled, which is concerning to the court based on the large amount of those alleged drugs that were, go ahead.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but just for the record, I know we're not going back, but he was employed at a marijuana center, so. I just
During
wanna put
this,
that on the record.
thank you,
He was, but not anymore.
thank you. Thank you for that information. And Mr. Burrows, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And you are
Yes,
not,
sir.
and if you're, thank you, and no alcohol, no marijuana, and no illegal controlled substance during this bond. And if you're going to be fit with a GPS tether based on the concerns the court has regarding the serious nature of these allegations. For the reasons stated, bond on this matter will be set in the amount $20,000, 10%.
Your Honor,
Yes.
is Hamtramck having the same delay with the tether as the DVC? If so, I would
Right,
like to respectfully ask for a high bond.
I don't believe so, and we've contacted Chief Magistrate Sherman's contacted DDC, and we spoke with individuals, and there does not appear to be a delay unless there's a hold. It appears to be normal processing. And Detective in Hamtramck, are there any unusual delays in fitting tethers other than what's common course of practice?
Your Honor, not to my knowledge, usually the county will pick people up the next day or the day before, like the current day or the next day, and house them at the Division 3 for the tether.
Thank you, but nothing that you're aware of that's outside the ordinary?
Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything further? All right, good luck, Mr. Burrows. Yes, sir. Yes, Detective.
Sorry, Your Honor. Regarding the issue of bond, the audio came in kind of broken. Can you please repeat the bond that was decided for Mr. Burrows?
Yes, the bond is $20,000, 10%, with conditions not limited to no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance, no weapons, and to be fit with a GPS tether prior to release.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, and I appreciate the many attempts for the connection. I'm glad it worked out. Thank you both. Thank you. DDC, thank you. I appreciate your patience and accommodations as always. I think we're ready to go at your pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Do we have anything else you're aware of, Claudia? Any other thing? Craig? All right. Or attorney? Sure, me either.
Number 14.
Uh-huh.
Co-counsel Bill Brayden is cover that.
Absolutely. Okay. Good morning. Your name, please.
Devin Bergen.
Thank you, Mr. Burton, and good morning, sir. You're here for case number 200592829, People's State of Michigan versus Devin Deshaun Burton, also known as Devin Burton Counsel.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Sharp on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Burton. My client waives formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands mute.
Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Burton, the court scheduling a probable cause conference September the 16th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Mr. Burton, that will be held via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time, understood?
Yes.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 25 years old. He was employed before the pandemic. He is a CNA at Advantage Living Center. But right now he's a caregiver for his father who has diabetes and seizures. He's a lifetime resident of Detroit. To my knowledge, he has no priors. He is a graduate of high school and did some college. He's got great community ties, great family ties. I'm not aware of any previous history, Your Honor, and I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Thank you. Mr. Burton, this is a very serious felony allegation. It's important that you listen to the court and make sure and make your hearing so you don't get locked up for not showing. The court takes consideration of lack of criminal convictions or capious history, the information provided by counsel as well as alleged investigative report, including the current epidemic facing the nation. For those reasons, bond is $5,000 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. Burton. You'll be released on a personal bond. Hope it works out well, sir. Listen to the court. You're welcome. Thank you.
Next up, for you, ladies. White line, first and last name. Put that mask on for me, ladies. Which one? When the top. Give me some clear. My man, I get you. I gotta get you a mask, but stand right there, say your name.
Good morning. Your name?
Lee Scott, good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Scott, you're here for case number 200-45470, People's State of Michigan versus Lee Edward Scott, counselor.
Jessica Sharp on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Scott. My client waives formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands mute.
Court will waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Mr. Scott, the court scheduling a pretrial date. You must attend September the 16th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court. That's on a Wednesday in front of Judge Garrett. That hearing, Mr. Scott, will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 28 years old, lived in Detroit his whole life. He's a father of 4. He's got great community ties. He is employed with ICE, I believe, Your Honor. He did get his...
Right, where at?
I believe he's employed with ICE.
Okay.
He attends Henry Ford Business School online. And the only prior that I see, Your Honor, is a CCW charge from 5 years ago. He does have asthma. Your Honor, I do have a note here that he was supposed to be released after Monday's arraignment, this past Monday, and he was not. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond or what the court finds reasonable.
Thank you, counsel. This is a very serious assaultive allegation, Mr. Scott. The court takes into consideration the information your attorneys provided to the court, advocacy, as well as the lack of capious history, the current epidemic facing the nation, your employment status as relates to ability to post bond, as well as the serious allegations outlined in the investigator's report, giving concern to Miss Amber Knight's safety. During this bond, Mr. Scott, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Absolutely no contact with Amber Knight, and that means no contact of any kind during this bond. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. No contact with Miss Amber Knight. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. And before release, you will be fit with a GPS tether given the assaultive allegations before the court. Bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. Scott.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ready for me? What's your name? Yeah.
Morning, your name, please.
Bill Knight.
Thank you, Mr. Knighton. You're here for 200592828. People State of Michigan for Chevelle Devontae Knighton, also known as Chevelle Devontae Knighton, Chevelle Devontan Knighton, Chevelle with a C, Devontae Knighton, Chevelle Devontae Knighton, Chevelle D. Knighton, counselor.
Just be sure on behalf of Mr. Knight, my client waives formal reading, understands the constitutional rights, and stands.
Court will waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Mr. Knighton, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference, sir. You must attend Wednesday, September the 16th at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Mr. Knighton, that matter will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. You understand? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Not guilty is entered. That's to the bond. Your Honor, my client is 34 years old. He lives in Detroit his whole life. According to my client, he says he has no priors, but I did see the visual.
Yeah.
He had a prior for 2011 for possession, but he was dismissed. He suffers from a few disabilities, like being bipolar. He was employed, but he's laid off now. He used to remove, do environmental justice removal, he went to trade schools. And Your Honor, I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond or with the court finding reasonable risk.
Thank you, counsel. This, Mr. Knighton, is a very serious felony allegation. It's important you listen to the court, which the court takes into consideration on bond, the epidemic facing our nation, the information provided by counsel, the serious nature of this allegation, your prior criminal convictions, information alleged in investigator's report, as well as your employment status as it relates to ability to post bond, and the advocacy, as always, positively given by your counsel. Mr. Knighton, during this bond, based on your prior felony convictions, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Is that understood? No weapons.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Knighton, your bond is $5,000 personal bond. You're being released on a personal bond, sir. Make sure and attend that court hearing. Good luck. You're welcome.
You good?
Good morning, your name?
Isaiah Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Good morning. Here for case number 19045-814, People State of Michigan versus Isaiah Jeremy Jones. Counsel.
You have two cases?
Yes. Yeah.
Good morning, Your Honor. Justice Shard, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Jones, my client waives formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands here.
Court waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. The court is scheduling a pretrial date. Mr. Jones, you must attend August the 28th, which is Friday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett, which will be heard via Zoom. Mr. Jones, that's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty is entered. That's the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 26 years old, lived in Detroit his whole life. He has no priors. He lives with his mom. He's a father of two. He's a professional boxer. And I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond. It appears, Your Honor, that both cases are from almost 1 year ago, from August 2019, and I believe he was never arraigned on them.
Thank you. Mr. Jones, these are very serious assaultive allegations, and the court takes consideration the epidemic facing our nation, the information the counsel's provided, as well as the serious allegations before the court. Very concerning, sir, is we have two different allegations on two different dates in the city of Detroit within 8 days of each other where you allegedly physically assaulted the same young lady, which is very concerning regarding her safety, that these assaults allegedly occurred within such a close proximity of time against the same individual. And the court takes that in consideration, as well as your employment status as it relates to ability to post bond. Mr. Jones, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. You're not to go to the premises or area of 15199 Finkel, Detroit, Michigan. Absolutely no contact with Kira Henry during this bond, which means no contact, sir, of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Given the information placed on the record, as well as the multiple allegations of assault against the same individual, which is concerning to the court, bond will be set $5,000, 10%. Stand by. You have an additional matter, Mr. Jones.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
When was these allegations made? Because like 2019, I'm a professional boxer, and I didn't get in any trouble in 2019 because I was on tours and boxing tours. Like you can look
Okay,
up
I'll
on
tell you,
YouTube.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, the first matter that we just handled, that allegedly took place August the 14th, 2019, at or near 15119 Finkel Street, August 19th. And we're about to handle the second matter. The allegation allegedly took place, this matter regarding case number 190458813, People State of Michigan versus Isaiah Jeremy Jones. Date of the offense, allegedly August the 6th, 2019, at or near 12068 Rosemont, Detroit, Michigan. Counsel.
Just to serve on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Jones, my client waived formal reading of his constitutional rights and stands mute.
Okay, the court waived formal reading on her plea of not guilty. Mr. Jones, the court's scheduling the same court date as the last matter. It's August 28th. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court. That's a Friday in front of Judge Garrett, which will be heard via Zoom. Off-site streaming technology, which is your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty, please entered as to bond.
So I don't get a person.
Your Honor, my argument as to bond is clean. These are 2019 cases. He's 26 years old, lived in Detroit his whole life, no priors, professional boxer, father of two, clueless on any idea about any of this. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal one.
The court has this, takes into consideration the information provided by counsel, the serious nature of this allegation, which is assaultive allegation, and the court has concerns that this allegation is accompanied with the allegation prior to, where it's an alleged assault against the same victim, Ms. Kira Henry, within roughly 8-day period in the city of Detroit, and it's concerning. The court takes that into consideration, as well as the epidemic facing the nation, his employment status as it relates to ability to post bond. On this bond, Mr. Jones, no, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and no contact with Kira Henry, and as stated, that means no contact of any kind, orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media, and you are not to go back to the premises or area of 12068 Rosemont. As well, if you're able to make bond, given the assaultive allegations and the information placed on the record, you're to be fit with the GPS tether. Taking into consideration the information placed on the record, bond on this matter is set in the amount $2,510%. That's a $250 bond, Mr. Jones. It's very important that you listen to the court's order, sir. Absolutely no contact with Miss Henry, and make sure and make your court date August 28th, which is Friday. Do you have any questions?
Mr. Jones, is your phone number for anyone we can call to make a courtesy call? Hold on for you?
I got my grandfather's number.
Okay, what is that phone number?
313-918-5728.
Thank you.
Good luck, Mr. Jones. Good morning. Your name, please.
Curtis Floyd.
Thank you, Mr. Cloyd. Good morning. Here for case number 1706067, People State of Michigan versus Curtis James Cloyd. Counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jessica Shine on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Cloyd. My client waives formal reading, understands his constitutional rights, and stands mute.
Court will waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 33 years old, lived in Detroit his whole life. I believe his priors are when he was 17 and 20, so it's been a while. He has a child in common with the complaining witness. According to my client, he's still friendly with the complaining witness. This incident is from August 21st, 2017, so it's been 3 years now, Your Honor. He was employed at RPM Motor before the pandemic. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond, although these charges are serious in their nature, Your Honor. They are allegations at this point, and the incident is from 2017, and according to my client, again, they have a child in common, and he's friendly with the complaining witness.
Thank you. Is he on probation or parole currently?
Your Honor.
Mr. Cloyd, are you? Sorry. Are you? Sorry. Are you on probation or parole?
Yes, I'm on probation.
For
I'm
what?
on probation. Felony firearm.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Cloyd, and that's what the court sees. Mr. Cloyd, and the court takes that into consideration that you're on probation when you pick, well, currently on probation, and the court has concerns that you have a large amount of capious history on unrelated matters that the court's about to handle, which tells the court you do not appear as ordered on unrelated matters, and that gives the court concerns regarding your intention to appear and handle this matter as ordered. Also concerning is the allegations set forth in investigator's report, which include presence of threats on the individual's life, indicating that I should kill you with improper language and names called prior to the threats on the individual's life. The court notes the information provided by counsel, the ties to the community, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as your prior criminal convictions. On this matter, Mr. Cloyd, does your parole officer know about this case?
Yes, I'm currently, the violation that I'm facing in this case, and I'm out on bond right now.
Okay. The court on this matter, Mr. Cloyd, is scheduling a probable cause conference you must attend Wednesday, September 16th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. That matter will be heard via Zoom, Mr. Cloyd. That's an off-site streaming technology, which you'll get information before you're released on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. During this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And absolutely no contact with Keizia Miller. You and counsel have stated that you may be back together, but during this bond, you are to have absolutely no contact with Miss Miller. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And no contact, Mr. Cloyd, means no contact of any kind, orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And given the presence of threats on that individual's life, you're going to be fit with a GPS tether before you're released, as well as based on your multiple capious history that the court's about to handle. Bond for those reasons on this matter is set in the amount $12,000 personal bond. Stand by, Mr. Cloyd. You have an additional matters. And Mr. Cloyd, you have to listen to the court. You're being fit with a tether. The court will know your location. If you had absolutely any contact with Miss Miller, you're likely to get locked up just for not listening. Does that make sense? Do you understand? You have to listen.
Yes, sir.
All right. Stand by, sir. You have additional matters. Did you have an opportunity today to read, sign, and understand an advice of rights form, Mr. Cloyd?
Yes, I did, sir.
Okay, Mr. Cloyd, you have additional matters as stated where you have warrants for your arrest for failing to appear at 36th District Court. On these matters, the court's going to release you on a personal bond and schedule a pretrial date you must attend September the 17th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Hennett Johnson. Those matters will be heard via Zoom, sir, as well, which is an off-site streaming technology, and you'll get an information before you're released on how to connect, but that's your responsibility to connect on time, understood?
I was gonna say, I didn't KP from 36th district because I never received anything. So I've been at Wayne County, waiting to get a court date.
Some of these go back over a decade, or it appears at least 2016. It appears. So the court's releasing you on a personal bond, Mr. Cloyd. You have to attend these hearings. These warrants will not go away. You have to attend the Zoom hearing September 17th. That's a Thursday. Is that understood?
So that's Thursday?
September 17th, which is a Thursday. You'll get this information before you're released on a personal bond, but you have a court date you must attend. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. And this is ticket number 16211-413, November 15, 2016. Count 1, no operator's license. Count 2, no insurance on an 02 Ford. Bond is $2,000 personal bond. You have case number 16247-378. Count 1, no operator's license in possession. Count 2, no insurance. Count 3, false info to police. Bond is $600 personal bond. Madam Clerk. So these were all together with a one clip on it, but these look different than that. One moment, sir. We're seeing if you have anything else outstanding. So I don't think I'll. Oh, thank you. Take time. So I don't think I'll have mitts for them either. Okay. So here's everything else. You have a couple of additional matters, Mr. Cloyd, and we want to make sure those warrants are recalled and set a court date, same court date, so you can attend. So stand by just one moment.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got the dates. Thank you.
I'll do the next one.
Okay, thank you so much. And the last two matters, Mr. Cloyd, is case number 16211-413, count 1. This allegation took place on or about November 15, 2016. No operator's license in possession. Bond is $1,000 personal bond. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor on an 02 Ford. Bond is $1,000 personal bond. These allegations are all misdemeanor charges, Mr. Cloyd. They carry up to a $500 fine and/or 93 days in jail as a maximum fine and penalty. Court will recall the warrant, set aside capias, and plead not guilty on each open matter. As a reminder, Mr. Cloyd, these matters will be scheduled via Zoom for a pretrial Thursday, September 17th, 8:30, 36th District Court in front of Judge Hennett Johnson. Mr. Cloyd, you have a lot of matters going on, and the court is giving you a personal bond on all matters. It's very important that you listen to the court and attend the court dates, follow the court's orders, so you don't get locked up for not listening. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Hey, I ain't got too much, next man up. For the first.
Good morning, your name?
Monte Burke. Good morning.
Mr. Burke, Sherford, thank you. 200-58579, People State of Michigan versus Devontae Deshaun Burks. Counsel.
Bishop, on behalf of Mr. Burke, my client, waiting for formal reading, understands the constitutional right and standing.
Court will waive formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty. Mr. Burke, schedule a probable cause conference that you must attend Wednesday, September 16th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles, which will be heard via Zoom. Mr. Burks, that's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Second, my client is 24 years old, he has no prior to his history, the father of one. He was employed before the pandemic. He is a graduate of high school. He suffers from bipolarism, takes medication. Sorry, Your Honor, it's not, I don't think he takes medication for it. Given the pandemic, I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond and non-involved charge as well.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Burks, the court takes into consideration the advocacy provided by your counsel. You have ties to the community, the current epidemic facing the nation, your employment status as stated as it relates to ability to post bond. Mr. Burks, the court's unaware of any capious issue or criminal convictions. During this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Do you understand?
Yes.
And given the information, alleged investigators report and placed on the record, bond is set $10,000 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. Burks. Thanks. Cool. Good morning, your name?
Leroy Salmon.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons. Okay, thank you. Mr. Simmons, first, stand by. Waiting on your attorney, sir. Mr. Simmons, first we're going to handle some matters where you have warrants for your, we're going to handle some traffic matters first. Where you have warrants for your arrest for failing to appear at 36th District Court under the alias of Marcus DeAndre Pettaway. Have you read, signed, and understood an advice of rights form today?
Well, yes.
Okay, the court is going, on these matters, sir, inclined to release you on a personal bond and schedule a pretrial date you must attend September 17th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Nancy Blount. The court is scheduling that matter via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to proceed and how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. Is this still open, Madam Clerk? Because we don't have a MIT for this one either. If it is, I'll just dismiss it.
They were duplicates. These went with these.
Oh, did they?
They sent on 2,000 less.
Oh, but it was personals regardless.
They were personal.
Okay.
But they were,
So, officer, those Cloyd tickets that we just handled, 2 of them were duplicates, Madam Clerk indicated, so the bond will be 2,000 less personal. The matters in 162114113 were duplicates. On this matter, Mr. Pettaway, the court's releasing you on a personal bond, and you have a Zoom hearing September 17th. Do you understand? Yeah. I don't have any minutes. I'm just going to dismiss it. Don't worry about it. Okay, and this is regarding complaint U383-26017, Friday, August 18, 2017. It's disorderly conduct. Your bond is $2,500 personal bond, and you have case number 084181701, January 28, 2008, failed to display a valid license not on person. That matter, Mr. Pettaway, the court's going to dismiss based on the age of the ticket. Remember, I understand between 36th District Court, State of Michigan. The court's dismissing that matter and waiving the warrant fee. You have a $45 clearance fee that you must pay as soon as possible, but the matter is currently dismissed. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. Stand by. The one remaining matter is a misdemeanor charge, carries up to a $500 fine and or 93 days of jail as a maximum fine and penalty. Court will recall your warrant, set aside capious under plea of not guilty. As a reminder, those matters will be scheduled for a Zoom hearing. That one matter is a Zoom hearing. What was that one I just gave you? For Petaway? Yep. September the 17th, thank you. September 17th, Thursday, 8:30, 36th District Court. And the court recall warrants and set aside cases and are plead not guilty. Mr. Simmons, you're also here regarding case number 200599797. People State of Michigan versus Leroy Markeith Simmons. Counsel.
Dr. Chicago, Mr. Simmons, my client waives formal reading, understands the constitutional rights and community.
Thank you. Court will waive formal reading under plea of not guilty and schedule 2 court dates. Mr. Simmons, you must attend them both. Probable cause conference September the 9th, Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Wednesday, September 16th. That's at 1:30 p.m. Also 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. Both of those hearings will be heard via Zoom and off-site streaming technology, which you'll get information on how to connect. That's your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty's entered. As to bond.
Your Honor, my client's 4 years old, he's lived in Detroit his whole life. Prior to from 2015 to 2019, he was living alone, but he can live with his grandma. He had a head injury from 2001, and he's losing his vision from being crystal. About a week or 2 ago, he is on SSI. He's a grad of a mechanic trade school, and he is on parole. And I have a note here that he did cooperate with the police and told them where the truck was, so they can investigate. And I'm respectfully asking the court to consider it a personal bond. He's got great community ties and family ties. He's got support from his grandma. He will come back to court. I'm asking for a personal bond or what the court finds reasonable here.
Thank you. Mr. Simmons, what are you on parole for, sir? What's the charge?
Assault of intent to do great bodily harm.
That's what the court sees, and that's very concerning that you are now being charged with the same related offense, as well as a very serious charge of second-degree murder, homicide, which is a felony which carries life for any term of years. Very concerning to the court is that your prior criminal convictions, the nature of these allegations, as well as the fact that you're on probation or parole for an assaultive crime as stated, and you pick up these very serious assaultive allegations, which is very concerning to the court regarding the individual's safety, as well as the public safety. The court notes the current epidemic facing the nation, the employment status as stated by counsel as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as that very serious allegations alleged in the investigator's report that based on your actions, another individual lost their life. Mr. Simmons, also the court takes consideration your capious history that the court just handled. That tells the court you do not appear as ordered on unrelated matters, and that gives the court concern regarding your intention to appear and handle this matter as ordered. During this bond, Mr. Simmons, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, absolutely no driving, and no contact with Albert B. No contact with Albert B means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with the GPS tether before you're released. And you said, does he need to file marked medical, counsel?
Yes, sir.
Please mark the file medical officer for the reasons stated by counsel. And Mr. Simmons, given the information placed on the record, bond will be set. $350,000 cash surety. Good morning or afternoon, your name? Your name, please? Thank you, Mr. Glenn. You're here for case number 2005982, People State of Michigan versus Darian Glenn. Thank you, counsel. The court will waive formal reading and plead not guilty. Schedule a probable cause conference. Mr. Glenn, you must attend September the 16th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Mr. Glenn, that will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 18 years old, lived and destroyed his whole life. He has no priors. He's employed at Hungry Howie's. He lives with his mom. Great community ties, great family ties. He's using it as tailored. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond. This is an unassaultive charge.
Mr. Glenn, this is non-assaultive, but it's very serious. You're alleged to conceal a weapon. It's a felony allegation, sir, and you have no legal right of your age to conceal or possess any such weapon. It's very important you listen to the court during this bond, Mr. Glenn, which includes the condition of you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Do you understand? No weapons.
Yes, sir.
Court takes consideration your employment status at Hungry Howie's as counsel states the relates ability to post bond, the current epidemic facing the nation, the allegations which are serious but non-assaultive, lack of capious history of criminal convictions. Bond, in the information alleged investigators report, bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. You're welcome. Good luck, Mr. Glenn. You're welcome.
They're all set, Mr. Glenn.
2 more minutes. Good morning, or afternoon, your name, please.
Good morning, Wayne.
Thank you, Mr. Buford. You're here for case number 2004547, People State of Michigan versus Wayne DeAndre Buford. Counsel.
Dr. Howard, on behalf of the business side, I should refer my client always formal reading, understands his constitutional rights and stands guilty.
Court waive formal reading the enter plea of not guilty. Schedule a pretrial date, Mr. Buford, that you must attend September the 16th, Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett. That will be heard, Mr. Buford, via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Jerry, my client is 32 years old, lives and destroyed his whole life. He has no priors. He's a high school grad. He lives with his sister. He understands the no contact. And I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond given the defendant as well.
Thank you. The court takes into consideration the epidemic facing the nation, the information provided by counsel, the lack of capious history or criminal convictions the court's aware of, as well as the serious allegation which is assaulted before the court, and the information alleged in investigators' report, which gives the court concern regarding the safety of Ms. Jones. During this bond, Mr. Buford, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Dejanique Cortez Jones. No contact, Cortez Jones. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Ms. Jones. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And given the assaultive nature of these allegations, the information alleged in the investigators' report, prior to release, you're to be fit with a GPS tether. Bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. Buford.
White line, first and last name, brother?
Good afternoon, your name?
Darnell Yarbrough.
Thank you, Mr. Yarbrough. You're here before the court, sir, on case number 200-59836, People State of Michigan versus Darnell Yarbrough, also known as Darnell Deshaun Yarbrough. Counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Justice Schreiber, on behalf of Mr. Yarbrough, my client waives formal reading, understands constitutional rights, and stands guilty.
Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 32 years old, lived in Detroit, full life. He has no prior assault convictions. Your Honor, he needs to go back to work in employee that, or, product, if he did finish the 12th grade. He lives with his uncle, he has an alternative, place. Your Honor, understands the seriousness of these allegations and charges at this time, but he will make his next court date, Your Honor. If the court does not want to give a personal bond, if they would consider a tether, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. These are very serious assaultive allegations. Are you on probation or parole, Mr. Yarbrough? Excuse me?
No.
All right. The court takes into consideration the information provided by counsel and the court date, as well as the epidemic facing the nation. The court will schedule 2 court dates, Mr. Yarbrough. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference, Wednesday, September the 2nd. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Tuesday, September the 8th, both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Both of those hearings, Mr. Yarbrough, will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing if you're able to make bond, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. The court has concerns regarding the serious nature of the allegations as well as the information and investigators report. The court considers the information provided by counsel, lack of capious history or criminal convictions, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as employment status as it relates to ability to post bond. Also, Mr. Yarbrough, during this bond, there's no use of alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance. You're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. And you are not to go to the premises or area of 19174 McIntyre, Detroit, Michigan. Is that all understood?
Yes.
And absolutely no contact with Angeline Clark Williams. That means no contact of any kind. Orally, in writing, no contact through a third person, through her any forms of social media, or her place of employment. No contact with Miss Williams, period. Is that clear?
Yes.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Thank you. And based on this very serious allegations in the investigator's report and the concerns the court has with that individual's safety, you're to be fit with a GPS tether prior to release. Bond on this matter will be set in the amount 10,000, 10%. Meet you on the female side, officers?
Yes, sir. We have to deal with the rest of these guys. And I'll meet you over.
Oh, what was that? I apologize. Oh, yeah, take care of what you got to take care of. I think we're good on the males until the afternoon. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, we'll see you on the female side. Thank you.
Okay. Bail bonds are dead. No.
Thank you all for your help. It's good to see you 2 Wednesdays in a row. Woo, woo. It's like my birthday. So what'd you figure, love? I see you breaking rules. Oh, look at you. You're a rule fixer.
All right, I was going to early. That's all I worked with yesterday.
What'd you do?
I worked with Alicia Jones' phone.
Where they sending me?
Huh?
That's where they're sending me.
Yeah, and she wants me to work with her on Tuesdays. She's not, she got the email address, was like, oh, she was like, she was very professional. All this stuff, like.
How was it working with her? I mean, how was the docket?
It was cool, it was like.
Was it mostly adjournments or what?
Mostly, all of them were adjournments.
That's what my docket is next week. I got 3 of those.
So she asked Joyce, because I guess her clerk's furlough day is on Tuesday, so she wants me to come here on Tuesday.
What's on Tuesday? Nothing?
Nothing.
Would you rather go up there?
I mean, she was cool, but I don't want to.
Right.
I'm already assigned. I'm cool. I mean, she was cool. She was nice.
That's good.
But I don't want to just get stuck. No.
Get stolen?
Yeah.
No. Wow. What about next week? Do you feel comfortable enough to go? Do you want to just stay with, keep doing what you're doing?
It doesn't matter.
So we'll talk
'Cause
about it.
I'm gonna have to do it.
So next week I'm covering for her for Monday, Thursday, and Friday.
So Thursday, what do we have?
Nothing. So Monday and Friday.
I'm just saying, I know Joyce will probably put me because on our felony arraignment day or
Right.
whatever, she'll probably still have me do.
Felonies here. Right. That's our Wednesday. I'm open, but then on Monday we won't be doing traffic. I'll be doing not traffic. Somebody's covering our docket or my docket. We'll talk about it maybe. Think about it, whatever you want to do, and then we'll talk about it on Friday.
I did the entries too, so Joyce is showing me how to do it.
Okay. Cool. So what do y'all want for lunch? Love was supposed to figure it out. I'll buy. Love's going to pick it up.
We have something from Tony.
From where?
Super Tony.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Did Love get something from Super County? Hey, how's that feel? That's all right, Love. We can still have lunch. Unless you just lost your appetite.
So what can I do to get the DCC? I know it's a silly question. But we have to have somebody who does sign language there. Because the defendant, we had the other day, I mean, if she's having a heart attack, if she wants to tell him anything, communicate with him, she can.
Right.
And she was there for 2 days.
She got a bond.
Or we had
Right, that's a good question. I don't know. Holy cow. Good morning, or afternoon, your name, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Sharina Reynolds.
Thank you, Ms. Reynolds. Ms. Reynolds, you're here before the court on case number 200596687, People State of Michigan versus Sharina Shea Reynolds.
On behalf of the defendant, Ms. Reynolds, my client is formal reading, understands her constitutional rights and standing.
Court waits formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Ms. Reynolds, the court scheduling a probable cause conference, ma'am, that you must attend September the 16th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. That hearing, Ms. Reynolds, will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Sharon, my client is 30 years old. She has no prior. She's a lifetime resident of Detroit. She has 3 children. She's married. She's got the community ties, great family ties. She did finish her paraprofessional educator degree. She worked for public school for 6 years. She's from college in online. Trying to get out. She's employed at Walmart in Dearborn.
Thank you. Ms. Reynolds, these are very serious felony allegations. You have to listen to the court, and during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapons. No weapons. Understand?
Yes, I understand.
Ms. Reynolds, the court takes into consideration the serious nature of these allegations, which are non-assaultive, lack of criminal convictions or capious history, employment status as stated by counsel as it relates to ability to post bond, given the current epidemic facing our nation and the information alleged in the investigator's report, bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. Good luck, Ms. Reynolds.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good afternoon. Your name, please. Thank you, Ms. Taylor. Ms. Taylor, you're here for case number 200598831, People State of Michigan versus Chantel Taylor, counsel.
On behalf of the defendant, Taylor, my client, we know we're reading understand the constitutional right.
Court waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. Ms. Taylor, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference, ma'am. You must attend September the 16th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. That hearing will be held via Zoom, Ms. Taylor, which is an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty's entered as a bond.
My client is 40 years old, lives in Detroit her whole life. She has no prior. She's employed at a child care. She graduated high school. She lives in the
Thank you. These are very serious felony allegations, Ms. Taylor. The court takes consideration the information provided by your counsel, lack of criminal convictions or capious history, your employment status as stated, relates to ability to post bond, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation, and the allegations alleged in the investigator's report, which are very serious. Ms. Taylor, during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Derek Lee Williams. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Mr. Williams. Do you understand? And prior to being released, given the assaultive nature of these allegations, you're to be, and as well as the information investigators report, you're to be fit with the GPS tether. For those reasons, bond on this matter is set in the amount $11,000 personal bond. Welcome. Good luck, Ms. Taylor.
Ferguson.
Yes. Good afternoon. Your name, please.
Ferguson, good afternoon.
Miss Ferguson, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. You're here for case number 200598833, People State of Michigan versus Ronisha Lachey Ferguson, also known as Ronisha Ferguson, Ronisha Lachey Ferguson, Ronisha Ferguson. Counsel.
Your Honor, Mr. Crab, on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Ferguson, my client is formal reading, understands her constitutional rights and standing.
Court will waive formal reading of the information under a plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court dates in a moment as to the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 24 years old. She lived in Detroit for her whole life. She has no prior conviction. She is employed at Amazon. She's a high school grad. She lives with her kids, ages 6, 4, 3, and 5-month-old. So she is on disability due to her giving birth. I'm respectfully asking the court for a personal bond. I understand these charges and allegations are very serious, but because of her children, the age of her children, and she might have some custody issues due to this. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Thank you. Spurs in the court scheduling 2 court dates, ma'am, that you must attend them both. Probable cause conference September the 2nd, which is Wednesday. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Tuesday, September the 8th, both at 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Both of those hearings, Ms. Ferguson, will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released if you're able to make bond, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ms. Ferguson. The court takes into consideration the information your attorneys provided, the lack of criminal convictions or capious history the court's aware of, your employment status as it states as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as the current epidemic facing our nation. These are very serious assaultive allegations, and the court notes the serious nature of the allegations alleged in the investigator's report, which indicates, ma'am, that you allegedly fired several rounds at individuals, striking one alleged complainants with a bullet, which is very concerning.
I never struck anyone.
Ms. Ferguson, this is your attorney speaking. This is being recorded. Anything you say will be used against you. For your own protection, please do not say anything. At this point, these are allegations, and we're just willing the arraignment. Unless you have any questions about bond, okay, or date, please do not say anything. You will have an opportunity to speak to your attorney before your next court date in private, okay? So for your own protection, please, the court will advise you to do not say anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. During this bond, for those reasons, Ms. Ferguson, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, absolutely no weapons, and you're to have do not go to the premises or area of 7222 Rutland, Detroit, Michigan, as well as absolutely, thank you, Ms. Ferguson, and no contact with either alleged victims, no contact with Jermaine Rogers, and no contact with Shanae Leonard. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Rogers, Mr. Rogers, or Ms. Leonard. Is that clear, Ms. Ferguson?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And prior to release, thank you, based on the information placed on the record and alleged investigator's report, you're to be fit with a GPS tether. Bond is set 10,000, 10%. Good luck, Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Huh? What you mean? We get out?
Yes.
Good morning, or afternoon, your name?
Morning, Paula Pounds.
Good afternoon, Ms. Pounds. You're here for case number 200598837, People State of Michigan versus Paula Pounds.
Pounds, my client waits for a reading, understand her constitutional rights, and thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Pounds, the court wait formal reading on her plea of not guilty. Schedule a probable cause conference, ma'am. You must attend September the 16th. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles, which will be heard, Ms. Pounds, via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you release, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Your Honor, my client is 19 years old, lived in Detroit her whole life. She has no priors. She's currently a college student. She is homeless and unemployed at this moment, Your Honor. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond as a non-assault charge as well.
Thank you. Mrs. Pounds, the court, this is a very serious felony allegation, ma'am, and you have to listen to the court. During this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. No weapons during this bond. Is that clear?
Yeah,
Okay. And Ms. Pounds, and make sure to make that Zoom hearing date so you don't get locked up just for not listening to the court. You have to make sure to attend the date, no weapons. The court considers your lack of criminal convictions, lack of KPS history, information provided by counsel, a current epidemic facing the nation, ties to the community, lack of employment status as it relates to ability to post bond for those, as well as the likelihood of conviction as indicated that you allegedly voluntarily stated. That's all mine. I put the gun under the seat. Bond on this matter will be set. 10,000 personal bond. You're being released on a personal bond, Ms. Pounds. No weapons, and make sure to attend your hearing. Good luck. Thank you, counsel. You're welcome. Officer, do we have any males or females you're aware of that can't wait till, that's 48 hours, that can't wait till the afternoon?
Not at all.
Thank you for your help. I appreciate your assistance today. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you.